It's a Monday night. It's a bench night. Let's go. Hello, Pilipinas! This is The Bench, and welcome to our huddle, where we offer a layman's view on anything and everything basketball from a bunch of regular dudes who eat, sleep, and breathe hoops. It's a Monday night. It's Feb 7. Pilipinas hoops. I'm Julio, Dubs Die Hard, and we have Mike.
What's up, guys?
I'm gonna call you DJ Mike from now on. DJ Mike.
Wow.
Why,
And then
why
the
DJ the
microphone,
headset?
DJ Mike.
The headset?
and maybe
Janet Jackson, Mike.
and our favorite homies is good on now on Instagram, not IG, though they mean the same thing. Jay.
What's up from the booties? Baka kasi yung iba tatanga-tanga, hindi alam yung IG. Kaya binili mo.
What could they think IG would be? Since good
I don't know,
on,
man.
I mean, diba? Like instant gratification. It's like homies is good on instant grat.
Pwede.
Yeah. Okay. So today is trade deadline week, and we'll be talking, well, not just about the trade deadline, we'll also be talking about the All-Star selections later on. But before we get into our standings for today, please do like and subscribe to our Facebook page, The Bench Live, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel, which one day, I promise you, we will figure out what the hell to do that, but please do subscribe to it. I keep, I'm just being honest that we need subscriptions to our YouTube channel. Diba? How are you guys? You guys are all good?
Pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
You,
Good
guys,
weekend.
you guys have health and safety?
Yes.
yeah. No, you don't have health and safety. You have them individually. Let's go to the standings. Let's go to the standings now. Let's go. Hey, did I share it? Am I supposed to share it? Okay. Oh my God, this is too small.
Say what? Wait.
Yeah.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
Not to me.
That's what
Well,
she said.
That's definitely not me, pare. So I don't know what you're talking about, man. Diba?
Holy
nako.
crap.
Wait, so this is the Eastern Conference right now. Okay, so I'll get as of right now, I'm just gonna really fast run through 1 to 10, and as you can see, I think the last time Miami has taken first place. Now we see the Bulls and the Bucks at 2 and 3, Cavs on the 4th. Philadelphia, can you imagine? Just in a couple of days, went from second or third, diba, and dropped. They're so close to each other right now. So a series of wins will really
man.
move them.
It's
Toronto
too close
has
to call,
moved.
really.
Yeah, Toronto has moved up to 6th. And this is interesting. Brooklyn is now in the play-in scenario, along with Boston,
Yep.
Charlotte, and Atlanta
Atlanta.
Hawks.
Right.
Jay, your thoughts
Sige.
on the Eastern Conference and
Sige.
whoever you want to talk about. Go.
I'll start with the Raptors. The Raptors have been on fire.
Fire.
They've been 7-3 in their last 10. They've moved up. Parang we've been talking about the Raptors na parang we don't really know where they want to go. Are they tanking? Diba? We've mentioned this several times.
But they know.
Hindi na.
Yeah,
I think it's a good enough team naman that can really compete. I'm not saying they're getting out of the first round. Lalo na kung second round na pinag-uusapan. Pero, they're a good enough team that should make the playoffs. Is my point there. 7-3, man. The last there. Brooklyn 8 straight after winning 2, they lost 8 straight. They are in major funk. KD's gone. That's the at least
not for the season though. Not for the season.
No, yeah. Not for the season. But KD's been gone, and so they've been losing. And Harden's been tossed around. His name's been tossed around as a trade option for maybe Ben Simmons with Philly. We don't know how true that might be, but this team is medyo. We've mentioned this before. Apart from KD and those two, Kyrie and Harden, there's really not much of a team there. Miami, Chicago, I'm not surprised. They should be there. Milwaukee's medyo ahead, you know, including Cleveland and Philadelphia. All those teams are sort of bunched together. So palitan ng mukha yan, palitan ng standing spot.
I think I mentioned last episode, Jay, but parang Milwaukee, I really feel they're just playing hooky. They're right around the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand where you were coming from. Yeah,
they can go on a hot streak in the last week of the season, get number one, and then that's it.
Atlanta's medyo figured things out. I think 7-3.
Yeah. Oh, go, Mike.
Let me bring a different take here. I could, these are for the most part in the East. These are the usual suspects that we kind of expected. Save for Chicago, siguro. They were really the surprise of the season, diba?
Yeah.
But ako the Raptors kasi when we were looking at the Raptors, and I still believe that they don't belong there. Because if you look at the reason why they're at 6, is because Brooklyn, the Celtics, and the Hawks are playing like crap.
Well,
if the three,
but the Hawks are 7-3, their last 10, dude.
Yeah.
Now
I understand.
What
I'm saying is generally for the season they've been playing like crap. But if those three played to the level that they should be playing, the Raps shouldn't be there. Ngayon, ako, with all the health and safety protocols that's happening now, with all the injuries and all that, a lot of teams that maybe should not be there are getting up there because they're taking the opportunity of all the chaos around them, diba? They're just taking advantage of maybe better health, maybe better mental fitness going into the season, maybe a better mental state generally as a team, better chemistry, and all of these things that go into success in the regular season. So I think, like the Bulls, like the Heat, the Raptors are taking advantage of the situation now, I feel, and that's why they are there. But I wouldn't necessarily say they belong there or they should be there at number 6 because, again, Celtics, there are 3 teams below that I can argue against the Raps being at number 9. The Raps being supposed to be at number 9 if the teams below
You're not a Raptor-lever.
No, you know what? They have a good coach. They have a good team. Pero kulang eh. Kulang sila.
Wala naman nagsabing mananalo sa playoffs to eh.
No. Yeah.
Dapat nasa playoffs sila.
Yeah.
They're not tanking.
Yeah.
Kasi banggit natin ang tanking eh.
Yeah. And my take nga is they shouldn't be in the playoffs if those 3 played as good lang as they should. They should be playing.
Actually, can I? I'll piggyback lang ha. I'll piggyback lang on that point. Is that can we just dig a little bit deeper before we move to the West? I will dig a little bit deeper in the standings lang. And what you're saying also is if the Pacers and the Knicks would have been playing better,
isa pa yan. Not even just the 3. Wala din yung Raptors, dude. Nobody had the Raptors in the prediction.
Hail Mary lang yung last year nun.
I know.
Did any of us expect the Knicks to be in the playoffs this season?
Yeah, there were Knicks predictions, but there was 0 Raps predictions.
Yes.
No, ang point ko lang is there were Pacers predictions, there were Knicks predictions, but there were 0 Raps predictions. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's my take. Good for them. They have a good enough. They have a good team. They have a good coach. They have a good system, and they're taking advantage of the situation now. That's why they're not at number 6.
You think they'll fall
That's
off?
what all teams should be doing, though.
Well, ideally, but things. Shit happens. You have drama. You have
shit happened.
You have.
Albeit Boston is 7-3 in their last 10, they're sort of trying to.
It's just a matter of
trying to be better.
I still think when KD comes back, Brooklyn will rise all the way up to the top 4. I mean, I don't think Brooklyn is supposed to be at number 7 anyway.
Yeah.
Ganun lang yun. That's
until Brooklyn trades Harden, I'm not worried about Brooklyn. I'll worry about them in the playoffs.
That's fair. Oh, we go to the West. Anyone? Jay, anything else on the East? Mike?
No.
No, I'm good.
Yeah. My only last thing is that watch out for the Hawks, diba? I predicted them high and they disappointed me, but let's wait for the last 30 games. Let's see what
They're
happens.
figuring things out slowly.
Yeah.
I think.
But
One
still
reason they got rid of Reddish.
very slowly. But we'll see. Okay. I'll run through the West.
7-3 is a good start.
I'll Knox for your team in fantasy. Knox. Diamond Hawks, pare. I just realized.
Now
When you
lang again,
mentioned-
I got hurt. I had a few players go down. I still have a few players down. So.
Okay,
I have
here's the
Dave, I
West.
have Miles. all
You
down.
have Pacers also. That's right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the West. I'll run through the West. Of course, we still have Phoenix on top. The Dubs riding behind them. Memphis with a strong third position, and they've been playing well. Of course, the floundering Jazz, but they got Donovan Mitchell back recently. And then you have the Mavericks, Nuggets. The question of how good the Timberwolves are, the two Lakers, the two LA teams, and now the Pelicans have shot into the play-in tournament at 10. But kasi Portland just lost, if I'm not mistaken. So, Jay, what's your assessment of the West?
Sabi ni Andre, parang Lakers figuring out Westbrook slowly. What's
I didn't see that.
There's nothing that's been figured out there, dude. you see them at 9. He had his worst game of the season, the last game. There's nothing being figured out there.
I think
AD and
what
LeBron's back. Both of them are playing really well. But there's
I
a
think
lot of shit
what
that
Andre
needs
is
to be
alluding
figured
to
out
is
there.
I think what Andre is alluding to is they figured out that maybe they should sit Westbrook in the end of the game.
No, there are memes where backboard is broken, shattered, because that's all he's been hitting is the goddamn backboard.
Or baka Andre means that they're figuring out Westbrook slow
Needs to go.
and lowly. So naging slowly.
Figuring out slowly that Westbrook needs to go, maybe.
Pwede.
Ito,
else, Jay?
medyo usual suspects eh. There's really not a lot of movement here. Dallas has still been winning despite Porzy sitting down yet again. A fourth
I like that.
a fourth different injury, dude. Nantoka eh, di ba? Lahat na lang ng klaseng buto nun pwede mabali eh. Parang si AD to si Porzy eh. Apart from that, dude, Minnesota, all right, 7-3 the last 10 games. Memphis, we all know. I think we all agree that Memphis is legit. I don't think
but can you
them
answer?
being in the top 5 or top 6 is a fluke.
Can you answer me
Especially
now a
with the way the
question,
Lakers
Jay, about
Clippers are doing.
answer me now a question about Memphis. Why is Ja always picking a fight?
So
He's
it's just
always
this
picking a
mentality
fight.
they're trying to project. All of them, it's not just Ja naman eh.
So
Parang
he's
palaban daw sila and all that.
No,
Hey,
parang ano lang yan.
it's turning
That's
into
like
wins for
MJ.
them. I won't complain.
That's like MJ or Shaq,
MJ was
making
not-
up stories.
Angas lang
It's like them making up stories in their heads. So
MJ was not picking fights with people, pare.
no, but
MJ was not making up stories. That's
No,
si Shaq yan. Invento siya kay David Robinson.
dude, MJ did it also.
Tapos-
Remember that rookie? Remember that rookie?
Invento ka niya ng storya.
Yeah,
know
there
what?
was a rookie with the Nets. They had back-to-back games with the Nets, and then that rookie scored like 25 on MJ that first night. And then MJ said after the game that the rookie went up to him daw and told him, "Nice game, Mike." But the rookie never did that.
Okay. So this is
So
not
he does
really
that
just.
also. It's the same.
This is not just personality. You guys are saying that so I call him Justic.
Was that what I set up? Was that what I said?
I had to push that.
Okay, yeah, I know. It's parang, yeah. And I was an accomplice. You made me an accomplice to that punchline. Jeez. Okay.
No, but who's the last person he fought with? Was it he fought also?
No, that
with
was the
someone?
Knicks.
Yeah, he fought with Randall, right?
Randall, yeah.
Yeah. He fought with Randall. He fought with Bryce. Always picking fights, dude.
Baka yan yung, that's his shtick,
Angas lang yan,
dude.
dude.
That's
Ano
his
na lang
shtick.
yan.
Yan, yung
Pampagana
parang
na lang yan. Pampagana lang yan. But
kanya-kanya
hey,
naman
man,
yan sila.
if it equates to wins like it has been,
That's true.
you know,
It's just that we were talking about someone who was being figured out very slowly, who had a similar game when he was very, very young and very, very angas.
Wala na sa angas kasi alaskado siya pati sa Laker crowd eh. Binubu ka ba naman ang sarili mong team on your home floor?
Yeah.
What the hell, dude?
Man.
Okay,
Ako,
that
ako
my
lang,
lack of taste- yeah.
man.
I mean,
I feel for us.
and I don't wanna keep putting Russ down and shit, but that hearing that in your home floor will mess your psyche up. I don't care how
Yes.
good you are, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That will mess your psyche
Yeah,
up.
ako, I
And
feel
all
for
the more
Russ.
you're gonna start missing more shots, man. He's
You know what?
gotta
Ako,
figure that out mentally.
Ako, I feel for Russ. You know why?
Why?
I do also.
Because this was not...
What?
No, ako, I feel for
Yeah.
Russ because this is not all his fault eh. Yes,
No.
his game is flawed. Yes,
Right.
he's a turnover, he's a turnover king, and
Magnet,
he
yeah.
shoots bricks all day long. But for one, he did not ask to be there. He did not say that he fit the system. He was brought in with a plan. The plan didn't work, and now it's not working out. Why are we blaming Russ? Let's blame the front office on why
Well,
they thought Russ was a good idea. That's my take on it. Kasi kawawa naman if you're gonna blame Russ on it, na parang dinala niyo ako dito. You had a plan thinking that my talent would fit your talents. And then now you're blaming me. This was not even my plan, diba? So that's my ano lang
It's
on
the
Russ.
fans though,
Kasi
not naman the teammates. The teammates have
no,
been
I
actually
understand.
pretty good
Exactly.
to him. Oh.
Exactly. So
But
ako,
grabe the fans.
Hindi, yun na nga. That's what I'm saying na sobra naman, 'di ba? It's a little bit much, man.
Right,
He doesn't
right.
I mean
agree,
as
man.
a sucker, he doesn't deserve it.
Right. The
Nope.
guy was a former MVP naman kahit paano. I mean, the guy was MVP for a reason. I mean, the guy has game. It's just that right now, I guess, being thrust into that, all the expectations by all fans, including myself, who's pesaw, but I can't naman just blame him. Also, it's the whole goddamn team that's.
Ako, I
fucked up
blame
right
AD
now.
more than him actually. And ako, never mind his game eh. Kahit sabihin mo na bulok siya eh. 'Di ba?
Oh.
He's bulok. He got old, he got slow, and all of these things, dude.
Right,
Never
right.
mind that. Never mind that. 'Di ba? Never mind if he sucks, man.
Right.
Don't blame him. Blame the front office for thinking he would be the answer.
Right. Don't boo him on your home floor. That's kind of
Oh.
yeah, man. Medyo ano na yun, foul.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I have my take? Can I have my take naman
Yeah.
on
Okay.
on
It's
Westbrook?
okay. Yeah. Sana.
Can I ha-
Yeah. Okay.
Ah,
Go.
I'll have my
Actually,
take.
I was trying to rile you up lang. Go.
Yeah. No. My take is when it comes to Westbrook, he. Anyway, good evening mga papi from Doc Nesty. Wehehe, threaten si Kumis. Sa Grizz, they can eliminate the Dubs sa playoff. Peace, Kumish. Doc, I love you, Doc. But how can you say eliminated sa playoffs yung Dubs sa Memphis and then say peace? How can that be in the same sentence? I love you, Doc Nasty. Thanks for watching.
Halata yung hugot niya.
I know.
Hugot.
I don't boo him. I just close my eyes when he shoots. Andre, apparently, so does Westbrook when he shoots.
Oy, in fairness to Russ, there was a time that Julio used to do that every time Steph would shoot a shot also. So,
Close my eyes?
yeah, diba? Before.
Yeah. But he plays for the Dubs, so I can't really say anything.
Si Julio mentioned the Pelicans earlier. Parang nagulat siya na they're there.
Yeah. Wala yan.
I think I just want to say one line about this shit. I think the reason why they're there is not because they're playing well. They're 5-5. It's because all the other teams suck, man. Not the ones top 6. But everyone else below that medyo sucks.
Yep.
So
I'm not
that's the
gonna
only
disagree
reason
with
why
that.
they're there.
And I don't even think we should get into any of these 11 to 15 teams. Sorry, Mike. You know what
No,
I mean?
man.
Sorry,
No,
but
basta ako. No, I just need 6 wins, man, and that's it.
Max, yeah, I know. I know what you do. Anything else on the West, guys? We'll dig already into our main meat of the program. Okay
Let's
na?
go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay. Can we let's seg muna into our faces para it doesn't look so weird. Yan. So now we're gonna go into our huddle, which will probably be like a combo. We're talking about trade deadline week, but it's more of a combo of this week because we found out also about the All-Star selection, the
Right.
Rising Star selection, and we'll probably discuss the two trades and what might be leading up into the All-Star week. So let's start with the rosters. Let's go. How do I do this again? Is this the correct one? Yan. It's so big. That's what she said.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess we know the starters now. No? I mean, you have for the East Kevin Durant. We'll just recap.
Right.
Giannis, DeMar, Giannis, DeMar, Kevin Durant, Embiid, Trey Young for the East. Steph, LeBron, Jokic, John Morant, and Wiggins for the West. So let's go to the East now. These are the reserves were picked by the coaches. Am I correct, guys? Tama yun,
Right.
eh?
yes,
Coaches?
Right.
yes.
Yeah. And
So
will be picked by the captains to join their
yes,
respective,
respective
squads.
squads.
So
So for
this
the
doesn't
East,
necessarily represent East and West. They represent the pool
the
of players
pool.
that the captains will be
I
picking
won't
from.
na go East West. I'll just go because it's scrolling, parang anticlimactic. So you have Jimmy Butler in the East,
Uh-huh.
Devin Booker in the West. You also have
Uh-huh.
first time Darius Garland made it, and of course
So,
Luca,
solid siya. Oh,
James Harden,
I would have
Gobert.
preferred Lamelo, but
I would have
Cleveland
preferred over
Cleveland
Lamelo over somebody. We'll get to him seguro. Zach
right.
Levine, Draymond Green. Draymond Green might not play, guys. Think of a
I'm
replacement
gonna go
already.
out on a limb actually and say that I think they might pick the John Tay to replace Draymond Green.
Okay, that sounds good. And then someone to replace KD also. Chris Middleton, Donovan Mitchell, Tatum, Chris Paul, Van Fleet, Carl Anthony Towns, and of course the
Van Fleet,
coaches
first timer
are
also.
coaches are Eric Spoelstra and Monty Williams. I would have gone with LaMelo over Van Fleet personally.
Yeah, me
Jay,
also.
who do you think will replace KD?
Sana Lamelo para masaya.
You think
You know,
LaMelo from the East?
it's an all-star game. This game is supposed to be it's meant to be fun. Lamelo will only make it even more fun for to watch for the fans, man. So I hope he makes it there. But
Is there anybody we're missing aside from
who
LaMelo?
else was on the fringe, ba? Who else was on the fringe
I don't
Bam.
know.
from the East?
Bam, Adebayo,
Bam. Oh.
Miles Bridges.
Miles.
Pwede.
Kung,
Miles
kung
or
Miles,
Lamelo.
no, but
Pwede.
kung Miles, feeling ko mas
If you're
LaMelo pa
getting
yan.
from the same position pala, no? KD
No,
kasi
Not
No,
front
no.
necessarily.
Not
No, not
necessarily.
No
necessarily.
ba?
No, no.
There you go.
Hindi, pag replacement, hindi na.
Yeah.
Either Lamelo or Miles would make the game more fun. So, dun ako.
Yeah. But generally, I don't find anything too bad with this selection. You guys?
No naman.
no.
I mean, yeah, we prefer Lamelo over Garland, but Garland deserves to be there because
Yeah, no.
Cavs are
Garland had a really
doing
good
well,
year, man. Yeah, Cavs
Yeah,
are doing.
yeah.
In fact, we're not even talking
Right.
about the Cavs being like, the Cavs. We're so used to the Cavs being so high already. Like, okay, the Cavs they're gonna be they're gonna be a middle of the pack playoff team talaga, and that's
Mukha nga.
exactly
They got Lavert pa. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, we'll talk about that later. Also,
Yeah.
we'll go to the Rising Stars. In the Rising Stars, I believe they picked four. What happened is that
4 teams, yeah.
they ended up with 4 teams of 7 players each. So they
Yep.
picked 14 rookies and 14 sophomores.
right.
And
Knockout,
sad to say,
knockout, no? Two
yeah, and
knockout
then-
games to make to
and
the
sad
finals.
to say that what's his name was snubbed, Jonathan Kaminga. Anyway,
Oh,
so
that's
for
weird, man.
I know that was weird,
That-
man. So for
That's a
Team
lot of
Barry,
players. That's
For Team
28
Barry-
players, and he couldn't make
yeah,
it.
he
there.
didn't make it. I mean, I'll
Well,
tell you right
14.
now.
14 kasi rookie
14.
pool is 14 lang.
Yeah, okay. Cade
I
Cunningham.
thought there were 4 teams of 7.
No,
Doesn't
wait,
that
four
make
Yeah,
teams
sense?
of
14
seven.
rookies, 14 sophomores.
No,
Sophomore.
no,
Right,
no.
right, right, right.
No, dude, Mike, that was my bad. 12 rookies, 12 sophomores.
12, 12, 12, 12.
That's and then 4 from the G League Ignite. That's why I see the rules
Oh,
Ah,
now
may
eh.
ganun pa.
ayun.
That's
Kaya
Okay.
right. Yeah.
nabawasan.
Yeah,
Oh,
kaya
okay.
nabawasan.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you have
So
Napilitan
12,
din
12
kumuha
lang.
sa Ignite.
so now you have Team Barry, Cade Cunningham, and this is where I got
Dude,
reminded.
huwag ka
Dyson
na
Daniels.
magreklamo. So, ibig sabihin 12 rookies, di ba? 12 rookies lang
Yeah,
pumasok. Yeah, don't na
12
make
rookies.
reklamo, dude. Si Primo was 11 pick. He should have been there.
Dude, dude naman. I think
Yeah,
naman
I know.
JK has made much more of an impact than Alperen
No need to
Sengun,
explain.
pare.
No need to explain.
Even Jay Sengun, yeah.
No, but there. Team Barry is Cade Cunningham. I don't know. I've never seen Dyson Daniels play yet.
I
Slim
have not
Duncan,
either.
Evan Mobley, Okoro,
Dude, this guy's solid.
Sengun, Jeshuan Tate, and Franz Wagner. That's Team Barry. Team Isaiah is Precious Achua. Wow, really? Second year. Bain, Sadiq Bey, Anthony Edwards. Okay, there's your captain right there.
Where
Tyrese
are you reading
Halliburton.
the there? Okay.
Yeah, there. And
Yeah, yeah.
then Jaden Hardy from the G League. I think they got one G League player each, and then Isaiah
Each
Stewart.
per
Uh,
team.
uh,
Parang you can tell who the captains are per team, no? Now you have
uh,
team. This is Isaiah, your favorite, Mike. And then now you have now you have Team Peyton, Lamelo, Scotty Barnes, Ayo,
Malakas ito.
lakas nga,
mm.
Duarte,
Malakas tong team na to.
Scoot Henderson, well, but Jaden and Davion Mitchell. From what I understand, they drafted this yata. I don't know how. That's why siguro na separate sila
Oh, I
Lamelo.
wonder how they chose
Yeah.
where
I
the
think they
players would
drafted
go.
this. And ikaw naman, Jay, si Team Worthy, Cole
Aba.
Anthony,
Big game, James.
Big Game James, and then Buchamp.
Wala
I don't
siyang,
know,
wala siyang big game player. Si Maxi, pwede pa. Maxi's
Giddy,
been playing well.
Jalen Green, Herbert
Oh,
Jones,
Giddy nga.
Tyrese Maxey, and Jalen
And
Suggs.
Suggs.
I think Kuminga has been playing better than Suggs this season. Just I'll put that out there also. Anyway.
Si Suggs hasn't been shooting well in the low 30s yan, most of the season.
You have any favorites who might win this?
Ako, I like the first and the third team.
You like the Barry team and the Peyton. I do
Yeah.
like the Peyton team a lot, though. Yes, I have.
I
to
like
agree
the
with that.
Peyton team also. Solid to. Yung backcourt lang eh. Hanep eh. Lamelo, si Dosunmu, and Duarte. Solid
Yeah.
yan. With
Well,
Barnes.
Team Isaiah is not so bad, also. To be
Yeah.
honest,
The coach, it's just the coach.
the coach lang ayaw mo.
Malakas din nga, no? Baduy
Malakas.
lang yung coach.
Yeah. But I like this
May
format.
sayang Thomas.
I like this format because you're gonna have an
Yeah.
elimination format, and you'll have playing time for most players.
Yeah.
Ano yan? Everything's happening on the same day.
Probably the Friday, siguro,
Yeah.
or Saturday, one of those days. Yeah,
No, but one day.
one
Yeah,
day,
no,
one day lang.
Knockout, laban,
Yeah.
agad.
I think
Yep.
Tinko, this is in one short, spurt lang.
Like
Baka,
8-minute quarters
but
siguro, 6-minute
I'm not.
quarters.
No. From what I heard, I mean, can someone correct me lang? I think they're going for a certain score, hindi siya per minute.
All right.
I think
All right.
first to
50, something like that.
maybe siguro. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't want to check pa anymore, but it's. I think it's first to a certain score.
Cool.
Maybe 12. What's it? 21? Too much, no?
Yeah,
21.
I'm liking this first time format.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
should make
I
it
like it
even
also.
more fun, man. Yeah.
And it
Plus,
works
everyone
kasi,
gets to play.
and
Yeah.
it works
Yep.
kasi there's a lot of talent. Eh. This format wouldn't work kung medyo bulok yung selection. Eh.
True.
So with this year, parang with the freshman sophomore, medyo solid
Right.
the selection, man.
Right.
Actually, it's funny. No, they kept on saying last year was going to be a light year. It's a pretty good year, man. I mean, the
Yeah.
players. I mean,
It is.
Sina Desmond Bain and all that, Sadiq Bey, they're all pretty good. Coming out
Yeah,
from the
man.
middle rounds and all that.
Yep.
Hali, diba?
Well, yeah, Hali also. Even mga Jeshuan Tate and all that, and Okoro. Okoro's
Schwartz,
playing really.
solid, ha? I had him
Yeah.
for a while in fantasy.
Yeah,
Man.
I
He
would
had
have
this
I would
really
have
good
wanted
run.
Vassell in there also sana nga.
Vassell would have been a good pick also, diba? Over Sengun.
Yeah. No, but Sengun sa rookie, 'di ba? Kailangan
Yeah.
magtanggal ka sa sophomore ano eh.
Dapat
Okoro.
Lakers represent. Sinama dapat si ano dyan.
Sino?
Si
Si
Reeves.
Reeves.
Austin Reeves. Oy, the guy can play, ha?
He's the most
Sell
clutch
todo.
Laker I know.
Yeah.
Super clutch siya,
Grabe ka
dude,
naman.
in the game. No, dude, in this team right now, isn't he the most clutch? It's
More
LeBron
than
and then
LeBron, ha?
no,
More
no, no,
than
no, no. Of course, everyone
AD.
goes
AD is
second. Everyone goes second to LeBron. Max. Where's Jandy? Hello, Jandy.
No, but seriously, though, yeah, the boy can play, man. Austin Reeves.
You guys want to jump to the
Yeah, I'm gonna jump to
then,
the. Okay,
to the
Next
what are,
topic.
what are we jumping to? The trade deadline.
trades?
Talo mo na ako. Yan na.
What? No, no, go.
Tumalon mo na ako para.
Uy, so what's happening now is that this Friday, Thursday in the
Friday,
US,
yes,
Friday
Friday
here.
3 a.m.
Friday
Manila time.
3 a.m. Manila time is the trade deadline of the NBA.
The hard
So,
deadline.
the hard
Yes.
deadline. So there will be no more trades after that day. And we're not going to be going on Thursday, right? We're going to be going on
No.
Friday this week.
Friday.
Yeah,
Yes.
para there's more to talk about.
Yes, because we'll be talking about
Right.
supposed trades on Thursday, and then nothing of them
Right.
happens. And so we might as well talk about
Wala
everything
din
that
pala.
happens on a Friday. And
Yeah.
so as of right now, the fireworks are starting na. So the first domino to fall, so to speak, was between the Clippers and Portland.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah, that was a freaking huge trade for the Clips,
yeah,
man.
so it was Portland sending Covington and who was it? Covington and Norman Powell
And Norman Powell
Uh-huh.
for
Peanuts.
Bledsoe,
Peanuts.
Bledsoe,
For
Keon
Peanut
Johnson. Who else?
And picks.
and picks.
Two lang ba? It was only
Yeah.
two people.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Not
It's one of the most
No, no.
lopsided.
Justice Winslow.
Yeah, Winslow.
Yeah, it was Eric
Winslow,
Bledsoe, Justice Winslow,
a first
Keon
rounder and a second
Johnson,
runner.
and a second rounder.
They could have
Yes.
included the kitchen sink and it still would have been lopsided.
So if this is not an indication that Portland is tanking or going
Yeah,
to initiate some
Right.
sort of revamp to their
Rebuild.
squad,
Yeah, yep.
yeah, not naman tanking. It could be a revamp or a
Yes,
restructuring.
this could be
Right.
positioning for the offseason.
Yes. So this is definitely a sign because they just signed Norman Powell. And then
Yeah.
they're gonna give him up already. And I guess the Rocco experiment 3 years ago is done. And we all know Bledsoe's not gonna stay in that squad, or they're not gonna have any space for him.
Mhm.
And we'll see. Now,
And yeah, man.
It's just really shedding mula.
yeah.
I don't know for
Yeah.
what. No? Yeah.
And now you have another powerhouse in the West.
Yes. The Clippers, if whatever happens this year, and Paul George and Kawhi come back healthy next year, that's a
They've
very,
got a
very
squad.
wingy team.
Yeah, they've got a squad, man.
They've got a bunch of wings, dude. I told
Mhm.
Mike, they used to be
Parang
called the
Atlanta
Buffalo. They used to be called the Buffalo Clippers, right?
mo.
I'm gonna call them now the Buffalo Wings.
Why? The Buffalo Wild Wings.
The Buffalo Wild Wings, because you have Covington, Powell, Paul George, Kawhi, Batum if he stays.
You know what? Dude, remember that conversation we had a long time ago about the future of the NBA? Basically, we're already in positionless basketball, diba? And
Yeah.
small ball and all that, diba? Remember that convo we had, I think last year, 2 years ago, where the direction looks to be like, you'll have a team with 5 wings.
Yep. And
And
you guys
then,
told me that no chickens have 5 wings, and I said that
yes.
but a team can.
Yes. And this looks to be one of the first.
I know. Considering pa that Batum played center, remember in the playoffs?
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And then, dude, and then okay, who's their guard? Who plays guard for them normally? Like now, is it Reggie Jackson?
Reggie
Jackson. Yeah.
Jackson. Yeah, and then Terrence Mann yung
Terrence.
ba? Ano, si ano?
That's another wing.
Yeah,
Terrence Mann is
yep,
another wing.
yep.
Kennard.
Coffee is
Kennard.
another wing. Kennard is another wing. The
Yep.
team is just all wings, dude.
Actually, walang real point guard. Walang real point
Wala.
guard. Jackson was never really a point guard either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what this,
pwede naman magdala din si PG. Pwede rin di ba?
Yeah.
Switchable,
Well, PG
like
yeah,
Mike said, medyo positionless game.
this
na
is
eh.
medyo heisty for me, huh? For what I forgot who the GM is now of Clippers. This is kind of heisty. Like that's like a medyo sneaky move that makes them really really strong. No joke.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's-
man. Grabe yung
Diba?
Portland to do that na, ewan ko parang parang nabayaran ng dating eh.
And that's what and that's what we always say, diba? With all the rumors that fly around, normally every year around
Yeah.
this time, it's those that you don't hear about that's more
Yeah.
scary. Eh.
Yep. This is
Yung
I wouldn't
ganyan, biglang kapaw.
Diba?
Yeah.
Diba?
This is not blockbuster, but it's very, very strong for what
It
it is.
is,
I mean,
dude.
it's a little bit wild. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next one. Before we talk about scenarios, naman, and then we call it a show. The next one that fell was Rubio got traded by the Cavs.
Mhm.
Rubio and a pick, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Mhm.
Rubio and a
Yes.
pick for Karis LeVert.
Levert.
The
Two
Pacers
picks, actually.
two picks.
Lot-
Okay.
Lottery protected first and the second rounder.
Nice.
So the Pacers are unloading already also.
Mhm.
Yep.
What does that mean? What does that mean? I mean, does Rubio fit into their future, or they just really wanted to they felt Levert was not part of it? I mean, I know I can say, me personally, I can say the Cavs needed a Levert. That's their
Right.
kulang position
Yes.
now. Eh.
Right.
Diba?
Right.
That's you can't expect Okoro or the Turkish guy Osman to be their small forward always. They can't score consistently talaga. They needed a Levert, guy who can put up 30 on any given night, diba?
Right.
Um,
It's a big win for the Cavs, I think. Naging na si Rubio eh. I guess they're also keeping Sexton, ano. You have Sexton, you have Garland, you have Rondo pa there. Medyo redundant na si Rubio.
Yeah.
Si Rubio yung dapat, di ba, steadying force. Rondo's there anyway. They got a Levert for it. That's a pretty good move, man.
yeah.
On the part of the Pacers,
Yan hindi ko alam.
Who re-
I don't know.
I mean, they do have Warren stash. I don't know when he's gonna play. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know how he's recuperating from that surgery he had. But they're also moving other pieces. It looks like.
Yeah.
Diba? They probably
not-
got Rubio to back up Brogdon, who's also been in and out of the lineup, inconsistent. You know.
But I think it's
But
not
there's
parang
no
part
clear
1 pa
plan.
lang. Parang for me part
Yeah.
1 pa lang 'yun ng
Oo,
Pacers.
Yes.
oo nga.
Diba?
Oo
I
nga.
don't know what
Oo
their
nga.
end game is with all this.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying even Sabonis is
Yeah.
really protected. He could move.
Yep.
Miles could move also.
Yep.
So
Although, can I say that, I mean, I do think, you mentioned Sexton, Jay, I do think if I were the Cavs GM, I would move on from Sexton. He has value. You
we've
can
talked
get
about
somebody.
this, eh.
I agree.
Yeah, we did,
I
diba?
agree.
Gusto ko rin
Yeah.
yan.
I mean,
Garland's enough, man.
yeah, Garland, they
On
can
that
get
position. Yeah.
they should get like a little more wings to just back up Garland and a backup point. Because it's in a good winner,
a really good,
okay na
a
eh.
really good two-way, no? Really good
Yeah, yeah.
two-way wing.
A really good shooter,
3 and
3 and D
D
type
type.
guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd
there
be
you go.
really good.
Kompleto na
So-
yan eh.
Mike, anything else on these two trades so far?
Well, wala.
Okay.
Again, it's ano pa lang. Medyo there's so many questions
Initial
pa.
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like early phases of what these teams are trying to do if we're talking about Indiana and Portland, no. So I mean the other two teams are pretty much set for a playoff run.
Panalo
man.
pareho
If
eh.
we're talking about if we're
Yeah.
I mean even the Clips, man. I was joking that dude, even if PG and then Kawhi call it a season, I think the Clips can still make a run for it,
A
man.
run,
Yeah.
yeah.
For the
They're still
playoffs.
better
For the
than the
For
playoffs.
the
Lakers.
playoffs, yeah,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
not
yeah.
for a win, but at least for a playoffs slot, diba? And so are the Cavs. But again, the other two, wait and see tayo. Let's see.
Right,
I'm not gonna jump the gun at commenting on anything until we see what they have.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
until we
Now there's
see
gonna
their big picture.
okay, it's Monday today, so there will be 4 days of fireworks. And you know naman how it is here. I wake up at like, I mean, every now and then I get a notification at like 2 in the morning or something, and then that's when the fireworks always happens here in trade deadline, diba? It's
Yeah,
our
yeah.
time zone, diba? Okay, before we end the show, we all know about all the rumors going on. We've read our all rumors. Let's talk about what do you think are the most heated rumors and probably the most heated convo on what player should be or who player will be traded. And I think Nesty has a question though. So, let's deal with Nesty's question muna para before we
Yeah,
start.
that's good. Yeah.
Two pahabol questions lang for Papi Mike and Papi J. Papi Mike, after this season and with Pops getting all-time career wins, Coach Chorizo coaching along with Red Arbach, with his health issues, will he be back next season? Okay. And Papi J, regardless of what happens with the Lakers this season, will it be an entirely new lineup next season except for LeBron and AD? Good questions, Doc. But walang
Yeah,
Dubs
solid.
questions dito. Go, Mike.
Okay. The thing with the Spurs, and lalo na si Pop, they're very secretive. They've always been secretive. You don't know their decisions until they declare it. I feel though that I think with 6 wins away and totally doable. I think Pop retires after this season. I'm hoping that he does retire from coaching, but takes on a front office job or retains a front office job or some consultant level you know uh assignment within the Spurs organization. Because my biggest worry kasi with Pop retiring, I want the Spurs to move on to that next generation where they try a little bit, they try something different with player acquisition and building teams. But with Pop Gun kasi, the medyo trade off there is the Spurs lose market value uh with free agents. So, I want a little bit of both. Basically, I want to usher in the new era of the Spurs while still having Pop there as a figure that that can be associated with the Spurs and can attract talent and then maybe more
Right,
championships.
right. That's a big
Galing.
deal, for the Spurs' future, man.
Yep.
Papi J,
Um, I say
for your
yes.
reference.
I say yes. This, regardless of what happens this year, whether they make it to the playoffs, wherever they land this year, I think we'll see a completely different lineup apart from maybe Reeves might stay. I don't know about THT. They tried him already. They've given him all the playing time he can get, especially while LeBron's out. It's not like he's really doing a lot with it. Monk, I think, might stay. Monk, Reeves. Apart from that, man, so everyone's folly for either dispatching, trading, or whatever. That's for sure. I would hope so, at least as a fan.
That's true. Okay.
You
Hope
want
that
us to
answers
ask
your.
you you want us to ask you a Dubs question?
No, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. Also,
Nahiya naman kami sa'yo. Parang gusto mo.
Ayan, Dubs, wag na kami ma-high blood ka.
Doc, 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 okay lang ako ma-high blood because you're there naman. Di ba? Pag ma-high blood ako, text lang ako sa'yo, Doc, anong kailangan ko sa high blood? Ay, nako. Thank you, Doc Nesty, for your. I hope it answered your
Thanks,
questions, di ba?
Doc. Thanks, Doc.
Uh, Maha-high blood ako. Paano naman niya alam? Anyway, wait. So there. Let's go back really quickly. Who do you? Okay. Who would you think is the most hot topic items to be traded off this trade deadline this Friday? Let's start with you, Jay. Start with you, Jay.
Well, that Harden Ben Simmons deal, if that really is true, Harden seems to want to leave also. Siyempre si KD, dihin na muna pare. But that should be the biggest ticket there. That should be the
Yeah,
big ticket. Let's see also if Dame decides to move after what Portland's doing.
that's true.
Baka biglang he might, renege on his word saying na he'll never leave, blah blah blah. Eh kung ganyan ang ginagawa ng team mo, di ba? Fuck loyalty. Day na kayo, man.
Dame na kayo. Diba?
Dame na kayo.
Ikaw, Mike, before we end this whole...
Yeah, man. Ako that whole Nets Harden Simmons situation. That's very tricky, man. Kasi that's basically the Nets are being put on the hot seat right now. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of there's a lot of talk about Harden. Umiinit na usapan about Harden going in Philly, diba? And everybody knows he's a free agent after the season.
Right.
It's a very tricky situation for them now. As much as I'm sure they want to try to at least have one run this year to see if they can actually win one. Dude, I don't know if they'll gamble, gamble the regulars the off season and walk away with nothing. Not unless they can sit Harden down. Let's go for one run and let's agree on a sign and trade for the off season. I think that would be probably what they'll try to pull off. Para lang, they don't have this, a few days to decide. But
Man,
if
it's a
that happens,
pressure.
man, ako sana that happens. Para we get to see Simmons play again.
Yes, he's
You
my
have
fantasy
you have
player.
him stashed, no?
Yeah, I have him stashed in one. But we get to see. One trade though that isn't happening is Russell Westbrook. That's it.
It's not happening. Sorry, Laker fans, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
Really,
sorry for me,
yeah.
but it's not happening.
really
Russ is
quick,
not going anywhere.
really quick though for
Bron is
me.
backing him up.
I'm expecting to see fireworks. Well, of course, aside from the Philly, no, I'm expecting to see fireworks from New York, the
Mhm.
Pacers,
Kemba.
maybe the Celtics. That's in the East. And then in the West, the Lakers to see what they can do, and the Kings, and of course, Portland.
I'm a little bit excited because this Pirtle might get traded, so I'm a little bit excited what we can get if that's kung matuloy yan, what we can get for him.
Basta wag Westbrook.
It's not- that makes zero sense.
I know. Thank you guys for commenting. Thank you for Doc Nasty, Andre. Thank you for everyone who watched on the show. It's been great, guys. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, World.
Hey,
Jay,
thanks, man.
if you like our show and you like what goes on here, no matter how weird it is, please do like and share us with your loved ones so that we have more subscribers on Facebook. Jay?
Omicron has medyo tapered down, but guys, still be careful. No joke, man. And if you can get your little kiddies vaccinated, it's available already. You
Oh,
guys
yeah.
go
My
out
kids
and
also.
Make
That's
sure
right.
that
Yeah.
happens for your family, man. So twice a week, always happens, man. We always say it first here at
The Bear!
Stupid!
Friday. Our next episode is on Friday, and that's
Oy,
going to be
Friday.
right
Yeah.
post trade deadline. Bye, guys. Stay safe.
Bye.
Sayonara.